What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Pete's Carport. In front of me is my 1994 Honda Acty. I really planned on doing a video for you guys on what it's like to daily drive this car because I have been daily driving it. I was going to include what it's like to register it, get the insurance, all that type of stuff, and even talk about these rims. So I had to upgrade these rims. But unfortunately, I had my first bad experience with this car, and what happened was I was driving down the road and everything cut off on the vehicle. And when I say everything, I'm saying literally no power. AC cut off, lights cut off, no gas. I hit the gas, there was nothing. So I had to push the car into a parking lot. This car is pretty easy to push, so that was not a bad thing. And I got it towed back here because I thought maybe it was a battery or alternator. I thought it had to be the alternator that killed the battery. And I got back here, tested the battery, and the battery was great. So I got online and I tried to see if there was a main fuse because I've had that happen in other cars. Now, typically when a main fuse goes, it's caused by some sort of electrical issue, whether it's a short somewhere. So you got to make sure you solve the problem too. But we're going to try to replace this. And I found out where it was. It's right down here, right behind the spare tire. You can see your main power wire going up into here, and I've already unscrewed the bolt or nut or screw that's up in here, sorry, the Phillips head screw, and you pull this plastic off and you'll see there. Now, I've seen where people have bypassed this, and you definitely do not want that. You want to have this fuse as a precaution to shorting out other things. So what I'm going to do is go down to the auto parts store. This happens to be a main link very similar to the one that Mercedes uses, so I'm sure there's lots of options you can use, but I know they have something down at the auto parts store that's going to be about that length that we can modify. It is a 45 amps. We're going to try to get a 45 amp and replace this. So let me jump in the car, drive down to the auto parts store, and I'll let you guys know what I found and what worked. So let's go do that, and then we'll try to start the car. All right, so I just got back from the auto parts store and I picked up a Bussman 40 amp and a 50 amp because they don't have a 45. And matching up, it looks like it's going to be able to fit right in there. What I think I'm going to do is put the 40 amp in, see if it blows, and then we'll switch it over to the 50 amp as a more permanent solution and see if I can find online one of these 45 amp stock ones to eventually replace it. But doing some research, I think people have used this 50 amp and had no issues. So let's go ahead and mock it up. The other thing you want to do is make sure you take off your negative cable because you don't want to be hooking this up or taking this one out with the power running. So I've already went ahead and did that. This is what the old one looked like once you get it out. So let's get over to the truck, get this put in, get our connectors hooked back up, and see if we can get it started. Well, guys, it was a success, and I'm going to be honest, this fuse link fits right up in here really nicely. And I already tested the 40 amp out. No issues. I let it run for a little bit, kind of clicked on a few different things. So I'm going to run with the 50, but I'm going to put the 40 amp as a backup in case I find something while I'm out on the road. And I'm going to make sure I throw a screwdriver in the car so we can get this taken care of. But kind of a scary situation where I didn't know what was wrong. It cost me about I think it was $4 and change for this, and a pretty quick, easy fix. So hopefully this helps somebody out there. I know these are becoming more common in the US, and I'm sure other people are going to run into this issue. So you guys have an awesome day, a blessed week, and I'll catch you on the next video.